Hello artists! So for this lesson, we will be learning how to draw a dragon's eye. I will be demonstrating one simple way to draw the eye, so if you please look through the slideshow where I have different examples of dragon's eyes, you can observe them for inspiration. So again, this is just one simple way of how to draw the eye, but if you want to change it up a bit, that is you are more than welcome to change up the style of the dragon's eye. This is just one simple way. I love when you get creative and do something different with your artwork. Okay, so when we start the lesson, I would like you to read the I can statements. I will read them along with you. I can engage in the creative process to generate and visualize ideas. Again, we want more ideas, so your ideas are more than welcome. I can use line to create realistic detail. So again, for this week, we are going to focus on drawing the dragon's eye, but next week we will focus on color and value. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so what you'll need a pencil, and if you have a black colored pencil or a black crayon or a black marker, if you have a Sharpie, that would be great. If you don't, it's okay. If you just have a black coloring utensil, that would be great. Okay, so first things first, you want to put your name at the bottom, and you want to put your teacher's initial and circle it. Okay, so step number 1, I am going to draw kind of like a lemon shape. It's just kind of like a half circle like this. Again, if you make this a little different, you're welcome to do so. Okay, and then I am going to outline. Now I kind of want the shape where I'm going to outline around it. I don't want it to be too wide. I want it to be a little bit narrow. It's like we're like zeroing in on the eye. So I'm just going to kind of keep it the same distance. This is just, again, it's just one way of doing it. If you want to make it fancier, you can do so. I know some students really love some of those dragon books. So if you want to look at books or go online and look at different illustrations of dragon's eyes, you could do that to get more ideas. So now, as I'm going to do another shape, I want to go a little bit wider. So this is like the size of my finger. I kind of want to go a little bit wider. So maybe actually, if I start here, I can make 2 dots. So I want to go about 2 fingers wide. Okay, then we go out again. Just like that. I kind of wanted this to be a little bit bigger, so that's okay. It's a good thing about using pencil. Now I always, this is kind of like a rule that I always say, always draw light, that way it'd be easier. I'm not drawing light because I want you to see through the camera, and it's actually not as comfortable. When you draw light, you can sketch a bit better when your hand is looser. When you're pressing really hard, I'm just worried about you seeing through the camera, but the lighter you sketch, the better. Okay? And then I'm going to go out even wider. It's okay if it goes off the page. I'm going to just do it like that. Just want to go with that lemon shape. Okay. And then I kind of want to do this. I'm going to make it look alright. Now, if you look at some of the slides that I gave, the eye kind of looks like a skinny lemon. Some of the eye, the pupils are kind of more rounded. I'm gonna go with that skinny lemon look. Okay, this is where I'm gonna take my Sharpie. And the reason why I showed you how to draw in pencil first, because I encourage you drawing in pencil first. It would have been easier if I started with the Sharpie, but in case you made a mistake, it's much safer. And then, let's see, am I going to keep, okay, I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to color this in just a little bit. I want there to be like a white part of the eye, kind of like a sparkle in the dragon's eye. Okay. I'm just gonna outline. I'm gonna go ahead and outline this, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I have that done, now keep in mind if you go over your drawing and you kind of adjusted the lines as you were going with the marker or crayon, I want to take an eraser and erase those unwanted lines, all the unwanted pencil lines. So I don't have too many, but just in case, just a thought. Okay, now you're going to take your black coloring utensil, because now everyone has a marker, and what you're going to do is you're going to create scales. So the way I like to think of it is kind of like squares almost. Kind of like ice cubes. They're like rounded at the edge. Rounded at the edge. It's going to keep going. These like little scales. It's kind of like a square with a rounded corners, I should say. Now I was kind of going in a square motion. If you want, you could just do that. You're going to keep going all the way around. Now when you get to the next layer, it's going to naturally be a bit bigger. With bigger scales, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to keep going, then I'm going to show you. So hopefully you get a chance to pause the video and try this out. So I'm just going to keep going and I'm going to keep showing you. I just am kind of doing the same shape, and none of them are perfect. So when you look at mine, you know, some of the little like cube squares or rounded edged cube squares are a little, some are bigger, some are smaller. It's not perfect. And then I know at the corners it was a bit of a challenge, but that's okay. It does not have to be perfect. And again, this is just one way of drawing. To me, this is like the simplest drawing of a dragon eye. So if you want to try a different style, please do so. I would love to see what you can all come up with when you send in your artwork. Now again, I do want to make it clear, I'm only expecting you to get through the drawing and tracing part for this week. Next week, I will show you how we're going to add color and value to the dragon's eye. So this is what mine looks like. But again, feel free to have fun with this, make it different, make it unique. I hope you enjoyed this week's tutorial. Next week, again, we will have another video on how to color this. I hope you have fun with this. Be as creative as possible, make it different, make it yours. And I cannot wait to see what yours ends up looking like once you upload. Alright, thank you.